So, starting with the introduction, monoamine oxidase B is an enzyme that is located in the outer mitochondrial membrane and it belongs to flavin monoamine oxidase family. Another enzyme that is MyoA shares 70% sequence similarity with MyoB. So it is very important to do selectivity profiling of both MyoB and MyoA to in order to achieve sensitivity. So this MyoB is involved basically in dopamine metabolism, where it modulates various cell signaling pathways that lead to the death and survival of various dopaminergic neurons. So in the brain there are various neurons. So the death of the dopaminergic neurons occurs in Parkinson's disease. This is due to reduction in the striatal dopamine and accumulation of alpha and synuclein aggregates in the surviving neurons. And this is all basically due to MyoB. So, for the treatment of Parkinson's disease, there should be inhibitors for MyoB that should be able to inhibit that enzyme so that it can not produce an increased amount of dopamine. So, previously, siliginine and razaglin have been proposed to be the MyoB inhibitors and have been used in the treatment of Parkinson's disease, but they were irreversible. Moreover, safinamide was a reversible inhibitor, but it had certain side effects associated with it, such as retinal impairment and hepatotoxicity. Therefore, there is still a need to design selective and more appropriate drug for the treatment of Parkinson's disease based on MyoB. So, for that, we have to design basically the drugs, and both MyoA and MyoB inhibitors would be checked, and their ability and their selectivity will be confirmed. So we designed a methodology said that a total 68 ligands were taken for both MyoA and MyoB. These ligands have a certain activity ranges that were having the lower activity range as well and a high activity range as well, so that we can compute a model that can tell the features that are positively contributing towards activity and the features that are negatively contributing to activity. So further, we developed a multiple linear regression model for that purpose, and later we performed partial least square analysis in order to perform the cross validation. So as a result, we were able to identify certain descriptors with the statistics of the model to be 0.72. That was the correlation coefficient for MyoB, and Q square 0.64 for the was the predictive power for the model for MyoB. On the other hand, MyoA had certain features with also good better statistical features. Further, at the end, we were able to conclude that pKa may not contribute to selectivity of isoforms, both MyoA and MyoB, because pKa for MyoB is also positively contributing to activity, and pKa for MyoA is also positively contributing to activity. So it will not make a major difference towards selectivity. The entities in green are positively contributing towards activity, like A donor, B root, and VJ. So they can be, positively contribute to activity of MyoB and can also be important for selectivity. Similarly, in case of MyoA, molar refractivity and S log PVAZ3 were contributing positively towards the activity. So they could be possibly involved in selectivity for MyoA. So these were the features that we were able to identify. So in the future, we can propose using using these results, we get insight related to the design of drugs in future against MyoB for the treatment of Parkinson's disease, and keeping in view the physiochemical properties in keeping in view the physiochemical properties and how they will contribute to the selectivity. So thank you. These are the references. So thank you so much and including the presentation.
Welcome. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for presenting your paper. May I know, ma'am, is it is a like a disease? Hello, hello, ma'am. Hello, hello, ma'am. My voice is audible to you. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
My voice is audible to you, ma'am. Hello, hello. Well, ma'am, kindly mute your audio and video, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for your presentation. Badmasi Muhammad, can you unmute your audio and video? Badmasi Ahmad, can you unmute your audio and video?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Hello?
sir. Uh,
Can you hear me?
yes, sir. 1 second, sir. I am. Uh,
Hello?
yes, sir. 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
His presentation is visible to you, sir.
Yes, it's visible to me, sir. It's visible
Yes, sir.
to me.
Continue.
Yes. Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir. Continue. Continue.
Welcome. Thank you very much. So, my name is. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Continue, sir. Continue. Continue.
Yes, yes. The impact of climate change on agricultural output in Nigeria by Sileya Oayewa and Badamasi Sani Mohammed. That is the paper title and the presenter of the paper, because the paper is joint paper by the two authors. Next slide. Table of contents. Under the paper, we have introductions, literature review, objectives, methodology, result discussion, conclusion, and recommendations. Next slide. So in the introductions, over the years, growing question has been raising about the present and future of world agricultural productivity. So this concern is more pronounced in developing countries, where the majority of farmers still use rudimentary farming instruments. So the current concern is related to the fact that declining agricultural product may not meet the overgrowing may not meet the overgrowing world population food demand. Thus, it has serious implications over the world food security. The concern of the future is enduring by the fact that today food scarcity will impede future world growth. Our factors contributing to this declining agricultural productivity is climate change. Change in climate condition not only affect agricultural production, but treating the human life as well. Next slide. So objectives of the paper. One of the objectives of the study is to investigate the impact of
Hello. Hello.
for the period of 1986. Next,
Continue, sir.
hello?
Continue. Continue. Continue.
Yes. Next slide. Yes. Literature review. We managed to review some of the literatures, the latest one, like Agobino et al. And he said that there is a negative bidirectional relationship between climate change and agricultural yield. And though there is a negative bidirectional causal relationship between climate change and sustainable agriculture, conventional agriculture negatively has an effect of sweet sustainability agriculture. And also, Drummond and Clayton 2017 investigate the economic impact of climate change on agriculture for the period of 1960 to 2013 in Turkey. They found that the increase in participation affects agricultural GDP positively, while increase in temperature negatively. Next, so Parcel et al. In 2016 also estimated the impact of climate change on European agriculture. The results suggest that European farms are slightly more sensitive of warming than American farms, while impact from 5 plus 5 to minus 32% by 2,100 depending on the climate scenarios. Farms in Southern Europe are predicted to be particularly sensitive, suffering loss of 2 minus 5% to minus 9% per degrees of Celsius. So Kumar et al. 2014 also used panel regulations analysis for certain states in India, examine the effect of climate and non-climatic factors on food grain productivity in India. The study covering 1980 to 2009. They find revealed that his finding revealed that the productivity of rice and maize crops are negatively influenced by increase in actual average maximum temperatures. On the other hand, actual minimum temperatures has a negative and significant influence on the productivity of wheat and barley and grain. Next slide. The methodology of the study, source of the data, we use World Development Indicators of World Bank and Central Bank of Nigeria statistical bulletin for various years. World Development WDI 2018 in order to source the data of the research. The data include agricultural output, carbon dioxide emissions, proxy for climate change, average rainfall, and agricultural credit guarantee scheme. These are the variables of the study. The econometric models show that agricultural outputs is equals to COC emissions plus agricultural credit scheme, that is the model 1. Under this, the equation given as the result of the discussions, the unit root of the variable show that if you look at the probability of the test, showing that indicate that statistically significant at 1% level of significance, both the variables. Next slide. Discussions of the result. Under the discussion of the result, if you look at the bound test, that critical bound test of the result show that the result is showing that agriculture has a negative impact on climate change. Next slide. So based on the co-integration result, still the results show that all the variables are statistically significant and less than 1%. This is what the result shows. And it both in the long run and the short run.
Hello.
Hello?
Sir, can you please conclude the presentation?
Yes, just go to the last slide for the result. Result, not stability. Conclusion, based on the finding, the paper conclude that the climate change has adverse effect of both in short and long run on agricultural output. What average rainfall has a positive impact on agricultural output, both in the short run and the long run in Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the presentation.
You are welcome.
May I ask you a small question, sir?
You are
Uh,
welcome.
like regarding present in this COVID situation, all over the globally, the countries are facing the problem with this COVID-19, right?
Yes, yes,
So I think it maybe shows impact on agriculture fields due to
exactly,
due to this lockdown. So
exactly,
as per your opinion, is this kind of climatical change? It's also like a climatical change, right?
exactly.
So do you think this kind of impact will shows a long run kind of impact in the fields of agriculture?
Actually, yes. Based on the research that we have conducted, we have seen since that agriculturals have this negative impact on climate changes. That is, the climate change had a negative impact on agriculture. So even in the both in the long run and short run, this show that even in this current period that we have, this still will affect the people, because people, they cannot go out and do what they are supposed to do. Like currently, what happened in our country, there is a shortage of rainfall.
Well, means they are also facing a problem with this kind of issues, right?
Yes, yes.
So is any kind of miss as per your view, how much time it will be taken to overcome from that kind of issues?
Exactly. There are some measures that a government, what the governments and the community public can even take in order to reduce the levels of this climate change in their society. Example like pollutions, both water and what have you. If you can be able to control the pollutions, I believe the temperatures will go down slowly.
Well, sir, thank you for your presentation. Kindly mute your audio and video, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you.
Uh, Ratnak, can you unmute your audio and video, please? Ratnak,
Yes, sir.
can you unmute your audio and video, please?
Yes.
Video also. Unmute your audio and video, not mute your audio and video. Unmute.
Yes. Wait, sir.
Ratnakar, can you visible the screen? Is the screen visible to you? Ratnak?
Hello, sir. Yes.
Okay,
Uh, with me. One more minute.
okay.
Hello, sir. Can I start right now?
Can you unmute your video?
Yes. Hello. Are you ready?
But I can't able to see you. Okay, well, audio also. I can't able to hear your voice. I see you, but I can't able to hear your voice. Unmute your audio. Okay, now you continue your presentation.
Yes. Do you next start? Do you next slide for me?
Yeah, start.
Yes. Okay.
Continue.
Can I start right now?
Yeah,
Yes.
start, continue.
Yes. And now I'm presentation on topic the evolution of headache management and its associated factor among students at Royal University of Phnom Penh, Cambodia over the last year. And my name is Ratana Lee. I'm a year 5 student as a faculty of pharmacy at University of Health Sciences, Cambodia. Yes. And this is my content, like introduction, literature review, objectives, methods, result, conclusion, and reference. Yes. Headache is a very common condition that causes pain and discomfort in the head, scalp, and neck. And the risk factor of headache have age, gender, genetic, and another like depression and too much or late sleep also. And one study showed that headache is a highly prevalent condition among students at university than another population. And continue, we talking about data of headache in worldwide. Yes, you headache disorder are among the top 10 cause of in worldwide, and in Cambodia, headache is also a major concern for the public health also. And one more, yes. And this slide I want to talk also you about literature review, and is talking about epidemiology of headache from another country like Nigeria, Singapore, and South Brazil also. And about care and treatment of headache, some study in China show that rest and sleep was the most frequent method for headache management, and 75%, and such medication 11%. And from another report from headaches among medical students at the University Lagos, so that some medication was the most from headache management, 68.2%. And according to another report from Beijing, the most commonly used acute headache drugs was paracetamol. Yes. About our objective, have four. One, to determine the prevalence of headache in 2019, and two, to identify skin behavior for headache management, and three, to explore the type of analysis used for headache treatment, and four, to find the reason for improve in headache management. And our study, we work mixed method between cross-sectional study and in-depth interview. And our study setting and population, we work is based on survey conduct with a student who are studying in year 4 to year 2 to year 4 in Royal University of Phnom Penh. And data collection start on 16 to 18 October 2019. Yes. Our research also, we got ethics approval from Ministry of Health also. And our sample size we calculate by using the cohort formula. And our population, our sample size equal 385. Yes. And about sampling method, we work on convenience sampling on students present in the class. The survey was stopped when we reached 385 participants. And data collection procedure, paper based on questionnaire, and we are permission from teaching for 10 minutes, and coach using the serial number for data entry. And about unstructured open this questionnaire to collect from in-depth interview. And data management, we work on AP data version 3.1. And data analysis, so this okay. Yes. Hello, sir. Hello, hello.
Tell me.
Can you move it back? Yeah. Total 10 class with 385 was from second, third, and fourth year. A student in the University of Phnom Penh. We was in by answer by questionnaire, and the percentage of male student was 41% compared with 59 female student. Yes, next. Yes, around 97% of students was report they have ever has headache episode over the last year, and headache experience by year was not much different in each year.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, can you conclude the presentation?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Headache is a high prevalent condition on students at university, and the GL study may be a significant factor in the prevalence of headache. And the studies show that the seeking behavior of relax or sleep was the most commonly measured used over the last year. And the study found that there is a good trend on headache management as people begin to abandon some medication and seek treatment from healthcare professionals, especially pharmacists, and choose non-pharmacological treatment for their headache management. Yes. This is my reference. Yes. And thanks for your attention.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your presentation. As you say about the headache, evolution of headache management and its associated factors among students, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me, sir, why the student face that kind of pressure in fields of education, as per your view?
Can you repeat it again, sir?
Why students are facing pressure at the time of education? Because they have faced this kind of headaches basing upon the pressure, right? Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Are you hear my voice? Hello. Are you hear my voice?
Yeah.
My question is very simple. Like, why students are facing that kind of headache kind of things.
Uh, uh, you want to know about student first headache in education?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Uh, can you go to the next slide? Yes. One more. More. Next. Next, sir. Next. That you want to know about per person take us headache on the on in this study, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I find it for you. Yes. We in my study I worked on 3 years. Yes, like 2017, 18, and 19. And yeah, 2017 it showed that 61.3% of students has headache.
Okay.
And 2018 uh, has 92%.
Okay.
And 2019 74.8%.
Okay.
That I saw in slide also.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for your presentation. Thanks a lot for presenting your paper, and I thank to uh, uh, Badmasi, Shani Muhammad, Ratnak, and Rahman for presenting their paper. Thank you so much for presenting their paper.
Yes.
Well, well, after the completion of these 3 days of conference, I again schedule a mega conference session. At that time, I give the feedback of entire papers, and at the same time, I will also provide a unique kind of offer to you all guys regarding for your welfare and your research field of extents. So kindly attend for that session, and thank you for participate in this conference. Thank you a lot, and the session was being closed right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Yes.